So basically, okay, when it's the new moon, all right. So when you look up in the sky, you don't see the moon, okay. Basically, it's all black, all right. You don't see it, all right. It's new, okay. That, all right, is likened onto a Sabbath, okay. So it's a resting time, okay. Now, when the new moon ends, okay, which will be the next evening, all right, then you would count 6 days, all right? You would count 6 days, all right? And then on the seventh day, okay, that will be a Sabbath, all right? Now, the new moon, okay, is the first day of the month, okay? So, on the 8th day of the month, all right, that is a Sabbath, all right? You understand what I'm saying? Okay. So the new moon is likened onto a Sabbath, all right? And then when the new moon is done, okay, which will be the next evening, okay, then you will count starting on the next evening, okay, because that'll be the next day, all right? 6 days, okay? Count 6 days. On the 7th day, that's the Sabbath, all right? So on the 8th day of the month, all right, it's a Sabbath, because the new moon is the first day of the month, okay? So let's get some scriptures. It's Isaiah 66:23. For as the new heavens and the new earth, which I will make, which I shall make, shall remain before me, saith the Lord, so shall your seed and your name remain. And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me, saith the Lord. Okay? So that's the day of worship. Okay, that's the Sabbath. All right. Now, obviously, you should be worshiping the Most High every day. Okay, but that sacred day, the Sabbath day, the day of rest. Okay, this is what's talking about. Now, the new moon, okay, is likened to a Sabbath as well. Okay, it means it's a day of rest and worship. All right, the Sabbath is a day of rest and worship. All right. This is Amos 8:5. Saying, when will the new moon be gone? Now, let's start at 4. Hear this, O ye that swallow up the needy, even to make the poor of the land to fail, saying, when will the new moon be gone, that we may sell corn? All right, so basically, they knew the new moon is like a Sabbath. All right, so that's why they're saying, when will the new moon go away, so that we could be able to buy and sell again? Because you're not supposed to buy and sell on the Sabbath. Okay, so that's proof right there. The new moon is like the Sabbath. All right, let's keep reading. And the Sabbath, that we may set forth wheat, making the ephah small and the shekel great, and the falsifying the balance by deceit. All right, so the new moon is likened to Sabbath. Okay, because people don't understand that. All right, this Ecclesiasticus 43:6. He made the moon also to serve in her season for a declaration of times and a sign of the world. For the moon is a sign of the feast, a light that decreaseth in her perfection. Okay, so straight up, all right, you're supposed to be able to tell, all right, different times and seasons, and okay, and feasts based on the moon. Okay, the Most High made it like that. Okay, it's not based off of Monday, Wednesday, Friday, the month of February 16th. It's not on that bullshit. Okay, You're supposed to be looking at the moon to understand these things. All right. Let's keep reading. The month is called after a name. Okay. And the word month comes from the word moon. It comes from moon. All right. Straight up. All right. Because a month, all right, 1 month, okay, according to what Esau says, all right, 1 month is when the moon, okay, rotates completely, all right, around the earth. Okay. That's what 1 month is. 1 year, all right, according to Esau, okay. Now we already know the earth is the center of the universe, okay. But Esau says 1 year is when the earth completely rotates around, goes all the way around the sun, okay? And 1 month, all right, is when the moon goes all the way around the earth, okay? And 1 day is when the earth spins, okay? Spins around in 1 revolution, okay? So month comes from the moon, okay? It's right here, all right? The month is called after her name. Increasing wonderfully in her changing, being an instrument, all right, of the armies above, shining in the firmament of heaven, all right? So you're to be able to tell different times, okay, feast, all right, is declared, all right, and observed from the looking at the moon, okay? This is Daniel 7:25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given unto his hand until a time and times to dividing of the time, right? So this is prophecy right here being fulfilled straight up. Esau switching up times, okay? And that's exactly what he's doing, all right? So he can keep people in a state of darkness so they don't know what they're doing, okay? The Sabbath, all right, is not Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, okay? That's not what it is, okay? Friday sundown and Saturday sundown. That's not the case. It's definitely not Sunday, okay? It's Nehemiah 10:33. For the shewbread, all right, and for the continual meat offering, and for the continual burnt offering of the Sabbaths, of the new moons, all right? You see how they keep talking about the new moons with the Sabbath, all right? Because everyone knew that they're synonymous, okay? Everyone knew basically a new moon is treated as a Sabbath, all right? They're different, but they are similar, okay? A new moon is its own thing, Sabbath is its own thing, but a new moon is treated, it's a day of rest and worship, all right? Straight up, all right? Well, what's so hard to get? Okay? And for the sin offering to make atonement for Israel and for all the work of the house of Yahweh, okay? So, the meat offering, the burnt offering, okay? All the service, all right? Happening on the Sabbath, okay? And on the new moon, okay? The day of rest and worship, all right? This is Ezekiel 46:1. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, the gate of the inner court that looketh towards the east shall be shut the 6 working days. But on the Sabbath it shall be open, and in the day of the new moon it shall be open. Okay? So the new moon comes in, all right, which will be on the evening, okay? The new moon's the first day of the month, all right? And then you count 6 days, all right, after the new moon, okay? When the new moon, that day is done, okay? You count 6 days, all right? And then on the 7th day, that's Sabbath, all right? So the new moon being the first day, all right? The 8th day is a Sabbath, okay? You just keep doing that, all right? And then you'll be looking for the new moon again, all right, to know when to usher in, all right, the new Sabbath day. Okay, the Sabbath day is not always on one day. It's not always on Friday, Sunday, Saturday, sundown. Okay, it could be Monday sundown to Tuesday sundown. Okay, it could be Wednesday sundown to Thursday sundown. Okay, it could be Sunday sundown, okay, to Monday sundown. All right, it fluctuates. Okay, and when you're in that time period of looking for the new moon, okay, that week, all right, it's not called a double Sabbath, all right. It's not a double Sabbath, okay. You just have the Sabbath, you just had the last Sabbath, all right, from that month, all right, and then you're just looking for the new moon, which is treated like a Sabbath. So that's why people say it's a double Sabbath, but it's not. Okay, it's not that hard to get. Okay, this is 1 Chronicles 2:4. Behold, I build an house to the name of the Lord my God, to dedicate it to him and to burn before him sweet incense, and for the continual shewbread, and for the burnt offerings morning and evening on the Sabbaths and on the new moons and on the solemn feasts of the Lord our God, our power. Okay, this is an ordinance for to the Lord. Ordinance forever to Israel. Okay. All right. So we're supposed to be keeping the Sabbath. Okay. Now, obviously, we can't keep it perfectly because we're in this kingdom. Okay. Some brothers may have to go to work. All right. But we're still supposed to acknowledge it. Okay. And try and keep it. All right. To the best of our ability that we can. Okay. Even though we can't keep it perfectly. All right. This is Ezekiel 45:17. And it shall be the prince's part to give burnt offerings and meat offerings and drink offerings to the feasts and in the new moon and in the Sabbaths, in all solemnities of the house of Israel. He shall prepare the sin offering and the meat offering and the burnt offering and the peace offering to make reconciliation for the house of Israel. Okay, see how they continue to put the new moon with the Sabbath. Okay, always near each other. Okay, the new moon is treated like the Sabbath. All right, you base all these other days to know when they're coming in, when the feast days are, okay, when the high holy days are, and when the Sabbath is. You base it on the new moon. Okay, the ultimate teller of time, the moon. All right, so I hope this lesson was edifying and shalom.